Hello there everybody, good Sunday afternoon, July the 5th, 2020. I've been craving chicken and dumplings for the most of this week, past couple of days, and that's what I'm going to be making. Now there are a couple of ways that you can make the dumplings. You can make the dough and you can roll the dough out and then put them into the broth. But you also can do it the other way, what I'm going to show you today. Just get your spoon and just spoon it in there. Now I got flour, I got self-rising flour, and this brings back a lot of memories. I don't remember my grandmother making chicken and dumplings. If she did, then I don't remember. But my great aunt made chicken and dumplings, and she put lots of black pepper in it, and that's how I like it. I got some butter, unsalted butter. Now I might not need all this dough. If I don't use it, I'll freeze it and I'll use it for something else. But what you want to do, cut your butter into the flour until it resembles the size of small peas. It's just like making biscuits. Now you want to make sure that your butter is cold. And it's getting there slowly but surely. You could use a potato masher. You could use a pastry blender, whatever that you got. If you don't want to stick your hands in here, but I like working with clean hands. Some people make the best. Some dumplings, chicken dumpling stuff, eaten have been the best. Now, this is probably not as good as my great aunt's, my late great aunt, but this will be okay. All right, just about got the butter. I keep on wanting to say shortening. You could probably use shortening in this, and I think I have before. You want to make sure that you do this very well. You want to make sure that everything has been crumbled up. Very well. I say I probably got about 3 cups of flour in here. Let me tell you about the chicken while I'm doing this. Now, I took some chicken thighs. You can use any part of the chicken that you want. You can use a combination of the breast, the thigh, the wing, the whole chicken. What I did was I took 2 quarts of chicken broth. I just opened up 2 cartons of chicken broth, and then put the chicken in there and cook it about on a medium high heat, and just let it cook. Don't let it come to a full. Don't let it boil out of hand, but you want to simmer it until it gets done. About maybe 20 minutes or so. But here's what took about 20 minutes to cook this chicken. All right, my butter has been cut into the flour. You want to always start with cold water or cold broth when you cook your chicken, just like you do eggs when you want to make hard-boiled eggs. To me, it just works out perfectly. And just simmer it on like a medium high. You don't want it to come to a rolling boil. All right. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not, but my butter has been cut into the flour extremely well, and I'm so thankful for that. Now I'm going to add some milk. Okay. You could try this with buttermilk if you wanted to. I have never done that as far as I know. I just always made chicken dumplings with milk. Now, still got the broth simmering on the stove. The most important thing that you got to remember is when you take the chicken out, just let it keep on simmering. You want it on your stove like on a medium. You don't want it to come to a rolling boil, because if you do, then when you put your dumplings in there, they'll break all to pieces, and you don't want that. All right. I usually put a little bit more milk than what a recipe uses. I just don't go by a recipe a whole lot, except for when I'm making a cake. All right. Now this is just about right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my hands up. I'm going to meet you at the stove, and I'm going to show you how I usually spoon mine in to the broth. Okay? I'm going to show you something very, very important. Okay? As I put the dumplings in. Alright, so I want you to stay tuned. Alright, everybody, welcome back. Now, I can't tell you which method that I like the best. The rolled out ones or these. I think they're good just the same. But some people prefer to roll their dough out and then cut them up into squares or whatever size piece that they want to make the dumpling. Now, and then others like to do what I'm fixing to do. I'm from East Tennessee, and most people here that I've seen did the method that I'm fixing to do right now. But I love the other way too. So just take a spoonful, ground a spoonful, and just, you want to be careful. This is what I'm saying. This is very, very critical, that you have your broth on a medium while it's simmering away. Another important thing, whatever you do, do not stir this. And I'll tell you why. Because if you stir this, the dumplings will fall to pieces. Just get your spoon that you eat with. You can make these as big or as small that you want. This is how we usually fix it. Okay. I'm going to crank up the heat just a little bit. Alright? These are going to make big dumplings too. Some of the best dumplings I've eaten have been at church gatherings. I remember this one lady, she's dead now. She'd been dead a long time. She made hers this way, and oh my goodness, she made the best dumplings. Like I said, my great aunt Sylvia, she made really good chicken and dumplings. Put lots of black pepper in. Okay. Now I'm going to put, you want to find every little nook and cranny to put your broth in. I mean, not your broth in the broth to put the dumplings in. I'm sorry, I got my words backwards. Alright. Now, if you nestle these on top of that, on top of the other dumplings that you've already put in there, it won't hurt them. But what you do not want to do, like I said, you do not want to stir this. Okay? I'm not going to put the chicken in there until the end of the cooking. Now, this is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to cook for the dumplings to get done. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken in, and then I'm going to stir it and put some black pepper in there. Now I did put a little bit of salt in the broth because I'm using a low sodium chicken broth. That way I can control the salt. And whether or not I need to add more salt, I'll test it out at the end. Okay? I can't believe I about got this whole thing in there. And I like my chicken dumplings thick too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this with a lid. I'm going to set my timer for about 15-20 minutes. When this gets done, I will meet you right back. Okay? If you catch my drift. I've been saying that a lot lately. Alright. There we go. Cover with a lid. Excuse me. Do not touch it. Set your timer for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And there you go. So I want you to stay tuned. Alright everybody, welcome back. Now it's been about 20 minutes that my dumplings have been cooking. I've not even taken a spoon to them because like I said, you do not want to do that or else you will break them up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this chicken in here. And I'm going to hope for the best. I'm going to hope for the best that these dumplings stay together. Alright, let's dig in here. And if they do, then, oh wow. These are big dumplings. My goodness. I guess the bigger they are, the better they are. But if you want to choose the other way, then that's totally up to you. Okay? I think I should add more broth to this. Okay, I don't want to stir them that much, but I do want to check the seasoning. Okay, I think that's good right there. Don't that look good? Now, some black pepper. I mean, my great aunt put the black pepper in there. Now, I'll check for the salt here in just a minute. I think I should put more broth in here. Okay, now. I'm going to do a taste test right quick. I'm going to take one of these out. I've been eating some of this chicken. I said to bless him. Now let me try this right quick. Now I've got apples in here. I'm making fried apples. You've seen me a few times to make fried apples. All right, let's taste this. I'm gonna sit down in this chair so you can see me. All right, here we go. Now this is screaming hot. Oh. Oh my word. I'm so thankful that turned out really good. The key is don't stir the pot until the 15-20 minutes are up. Oh my goodness, it's good and thick. I wish I added a little bit more broth to that. It's been a long time since I made it this way. You about to see me eat the whole dumpling. It's so good. Well, I'm going to go. I'm going to dig in some more of this. This is good. I'm so thankful it turned out that way. A lot of times, I finally realized what happened. That they tore apart is I started too soon. I'm thankful this turned out good. All right, good to the last bite. Stay tuned for more videos. Comments are welcome. Have a blessed Sunday.